So hi guys, today we're going to talk about how transistors work, especially how an NPN and a PNP transistor work in a circuit. So I'm going to draw up a circuit diagram and then show you how the NPN and the PNP transistor, how they're different and how they are working in a circuit. Okay, so I've drawn the circuit and this is a common emitter configuration. Why is it called a common emitter? Because there are two loops: the input loop, which travels from base emitter to the ground, and then there's the output loop, which travels from this register here in the collector, LED collector emitter base. So in both the loops, the emitter is common, so that's why it's a common emitter configuration. Okay, so and the common emitter configuration is the most commonly used uh, transistor configuration. So here this is an NPN transistor, and in an NPN transistor we must make sure that the base is always connected to the positive terminal. Yeah, so here should direct a current drive from this we have one power source here, and so the current travels from this input loop to the base, which to the base, and then to the emitter and to the ground. So when the current travels from base to emitter in this input loop, it turns the transistor on, which allows current to flow from this outer loop, which is a larger current flows from the outer loop. A very small current is needed to turn this transistor on, so we use a resistor here to limit the current to the base, and the current in the base is usually it's in microamps, and the current flowing from the collector to the emitter is usually in milliamps. So as the transistor is turned on, a larger current can flow to the outer loop, turn this LED on, and the collector and the emitter are now connected together, so current can flow from the collector to the emitter and then to the ground. So that's the NPN configuration of this circuit, and this is the PNP configuration. So how's the PNP transistor different? In the PNP transistor, current flows from emitter to base. That's the main difference. So the emitter is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. So current flows from emitter to base, which turns this transistor on, and then as a result, the emitter and the collector are now connected together, and a larger current can flow from emitter to the collector to this anode and to the ground. You can give a ground here to the ground. So that's the main that's the two characteristics of the NPN and PNP transistor. Now we're going to look at a practical demonstration of an NPN and a PNP transistor. To solve this circuit practically, we need a breadboard, we need two resistors, a PNP transistor, and an NPN transistor. So the NPN transistor is a PC547 NPN, and the PNP is PC557 PNP. Acha. So let's talk a bit about the breadboard. How does the breadboard work? So পাশেরগুলো হচ্ছে the power rails, as you can see, and মাঝখানে are the points. So পাশাপাশি points are connected together, and উপরে নিচে the points are connected differently. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the circuit. Go ahead and place the NPN transistor here. This is the emitter, the base, the collector. I have a 1 kilo ohm resistor, which I'm going to connect to the base because we need to limit the current to the base. The base needs to be connected to the positive terminal, base resistor, and another resistor to the collector, so that we don't ruin the LED. LED has a, the longer pin is the positive pin, as we can see, and we're going to connect the positive pin with the positive terminal, because current will flow from the positive side. Here it goes. Just connect it to the positive rail, and finally, we need to complete this circuit. place this emitter wire with the negative terminal. There it goes, the negative terminal. Okay. Okay, to power the breadboard, I'm using 1.5, 1.5, so it's 3-volt LED, to a 3-volt power supply, sorry. I'm gonna connect the positive to the positive rail, the negative to the negative. Oh, see? And the LED blinks. So, yeah, this is a demonstration of how the circuit that we just plotted before, how it works. And now I'm just gonna try different something. We're gonna show the PNP. Okay, so now we're just gonna switch the NPN transistor with the PNP transistor. There it goes, and the PNP transistor BC557. It's the same. It's the terminals are the same. It's emitter based collector. So I'm just gonna put this in the exact same place. Okay. Okay. So what's the different? What is different here? The different thing is, as we've seen earlier, the positive terminal of the battery is now needs to be connected with the emitter. Acha, so let's do that. Take this off. Take this off. Place this as the red wire is the positive, so I'm just showing it positive. Positive rail. Okay, and the base resistor is now connected with the negative terminal of the negative terminal of the battery, so the resistor has to be connected to the negative terminal. Okay. What else do we know? We know that the current flows from emitter to base and emitter to collector. So the current is going to go from here, emitter to collector. So we need to switch the anode positive side to the other side. All right. So current now flows from the collector to the anode and to the negative, to the ground. So just going to connect this to the ground. To the ground. Negative terminal. All right. Okay. So just going to power this. Okay, and it goes. So that was the practical demonstration of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video because I had enjoyed making this. Thank you.